What's up, Horse Betting Direct? Hey, we're going to start looking at the Robert B. Lewis handicap. It's a Kentucky Derby prep race. Winner gets 10 more points out of their Kentucky Derby. Second place gets 4 points. Third place gets 2 points. And fourth place finisher gets a single point added to their total there. We got a nice race here coming up at Santa Anita tomorrow in race 5. With a couple of really nice horses. We got the undefeated Dortmund, who won the Los Alamitos handicap last time out, and in that same race, he actually beat our second choice Firing Line by a nose. It was an amazing race, and these two will go at it again. And really, if you look at our HBD ratings, it's going to be a race between, you got 47 in HBD rating for Dortmund, 41, and then it's a big drop down to 32 looking at Toscano, who is stretching out. Second start off a layoff, which might help, but really it's going to be a race between these two things. The only thing that might come into play is Rock Shandy down here has a pretty big advantage in the late pace. If you look, he's the only positive late pace in the race. He's a late pace figure. If we scroll down here to the bottom of the page and we look at the HBD late pace scenario, every horse in this field has a negative late pace scenario except for Rock Shandy. Now again, we're at Santa Anita. I don't think he's going to get a super fast pace to run into, but if the pace ends up being a little quicker than we expect, Rock Shandy could become flying late, which might be a little interesting. But really, I think it's going to be a race between Dortmund and Firing Line. You got to give the edge to undefeated Dortmund. He beat Firing Line last time out. You're probably not going to find much value. I mean, he's a morning line, 0.8 value, but we'll be lucky to see anywhere close to even money on Dortmund come post time. So there you have a quick look at the Robert B. Lewis Stakes. If you want to take a shot and look for some decent odds, it might be worth looking at Rock Shandy with that huge advantage in the late pace, but really I think it's going to come down to Dortmund and Firing Line there at the edge there. The other race we have tomorrow is the Wither Stakes over at Aqueduct. We got race 8, 8.5 furlongs on the inner dirt track. And again, this is a race between what most people think is two horses in El Kabir and Classy Class. El Kabir has absolutely dominated the last two times he went out, winning the Kentucky Jockey Club and the Jerome. He's already sitting on 20-plus points in the Kentucky Derby prep races. Has been working out really well coming into this race. He's your 8-5 morning line favorite and really does seem like the horse to beat. One interesting note here is the 5, Unrivaled. This is a horse who really took a little while to break his maiden, but absolutely dominated back in December. He won this race by 15 plus lengths, and it's actually a show to go back and watch it. He was flying late and really ran out handily. It's going to be interesting. If he found his form, this is a horse that could pop, and again has a huge advantage over here when we're looking at his late value at 44. No one else is even above 20, and his late pace value at 42 when the next closest one is a 12, and the rest of them are all negative. If for some reason El Kabir and Classy Class get into kind of a speed duel up front, watch out for Unrivaled flying late. But it's going to be tough to go against El Kabir here. But you might find some value even in the exotics with Unrivaled. There's not a whole lot to this class or to this race. As far as we can tell, if we look at the pace scenario, El Kabir is probably going to get out there and challenge the leaders. He'll probably want to sit just outside of Classy Class. I would highly doubt we see much pace here, considering it's Aqueduct and considering a couple other things. It's going to be tough for Unrivaled to really get a pace to run at, to really use this advantage. But if something crazy happened, this is the craziness we might see in Unrivaled. So there's your two outlook for tomorrow's Kentucky Derby prep races, and hey, have fun and good luck out there.